Hi there, MTGOntario and ManaDeprived.com. Um, this is another draft here that we're doing, and this is my first pack, and this is quite the conundrum. Um, if I may be so liberal. Conundrum, Sphinx, Mind Control, definitely the best cards in this pack. I mean, Conundrum Sphinx is a giant beater. I mean, as air servants go, it's probably one of the best air servants. But Mind Control is so ridiculous. I think Brad Nelson talked about this this kind of pick when he was at the Pro Tour, and he was sitting to the left of Guillermo off the top and got past the Conundrum Sphinx, and he's absolutely sure that Mind Control was probably the card that he took out of that pack. And I think I'm probably going to take the same course of action here. I mean, I don't like passing Conundrum Sphinx. I'm also passing, Change's Outrages and stuff like that, so hopefully I don't send too clear of a signal. Well, we have options here. We have, Shiv's Embrace, Goblin Chieftain, Water Serpent, Quag Sickness. Considering we just shipped blue card, and a really good blue card at that, I want to just cut the blue signal to make sure, it's very clear what's going on. And, I mean, Quag Sickness is fine. Like, Shiv's Embrace is also very good, but like I said, like, Water Serpent's like on par with most of these cards, so I might as well just take this and cut the blue signal. 4C is a good way to cut the signal. But I mean, we're still passing, Scroll Thief and Augury Owl. The next cards in this pack are like, Assassinates and Greater Basilisk. But yeah, I'm not passing 4C whatsoever here. It's one of my favorite cards in this set, so I'm gonna snap that up. Alright, we just passed an Assassinate, but then here's another Assassinate we can move in on. Or we could just pick up a Wall of Frost here, which is also fine. Keeping our colors open is, more favorable to us right now, especially, because we're trying to cut blue as hard as possible. I still have a feeling that regardless of what happens, probably the person to our left, or maybe 2 seats to our left, might jump into blue. We'll see what happens, but I think I'm just going to cut the blue signal and see what else comes. I think getting past 2 Assassinates is not that clear, but it's worth noting. Jace Ingenuity, Augury Owl, yeah, looks fine. This pack, like, I want to cut the Jace Ingenuity here, like, for our colors, and, again, cutting the blue signal. Juggernaut is probably the next best card in this deck, but, actually, like, I don't like Juggernaut that much. I'd actually take Augury Owl over Juggernaut if I were to consider something other than Jace Ingenuity. Mainly because I think, like, we want to be a control deck, and Juggernaut is not exactly your best control card, so. Unsummon, Terramorphic Expanse, Excommunicate. Like, we don't have a second color yet, and I mean, Terramorphic Expanse is fine, even in a 2-color deck, but I'd rather just cut more blue cards. I mean, I don't mind going blue-white, but Excommunicate's not a card I would think is like a huge signal to jump into white. So yeah, I'll just keep my options open right now. Augury Owl and Safe Passage, Goblin Breaker. There's nothing really exciting in this pack. I'll take the Augury Owl. Cancel, Alluring Siren are the cards that we have to consider. I like Cancel. Cancel's fine. Like, if we want to play control, then Cancel's fits right into that plan. Just nothing good here. Just take the best card, which is, I think, Safe Passage in this pack. Kick Palace card in case we do go white. Alright. Not too bad. Things to consider, we could have taken stuff like, Quag Sickness or Assassinates, but I'm fine with the way it went. It looks like blue's pretty open from our right. Hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully we cut the blue signal enough that we'll have it open from the left as well. Also, something to note that there is one person who keeps connecting and disconnecting from our event, so it's going a little bit slowly, but it's okay. Alright, this pack's not that exciting. If we wanted to move into white, we could take Cloud Crusader. Blue, the only blue card in our color is Scroll Thief. There's like a bunch of mediocre green cards. I mean, I don't think we want to go an aggressive strategy either. Like, there's really nothing in this pack for us, other than maybe a Scroll Thief and Cloud Crusader is an option. I think, I'm not sure how much I like choosing a white card at this point because, like, none of our white cards are actually that good, and keeping our options open in case we get like another clear signal of another color in the next pack is always a good thing. So I think taking the Scroll Thief here is fine. Okay, so we passed Challenger's Outrage, but then we're getting past one from the left. So the person could have either taken, you know, Liliana Spectre out of that pack or the Conundrum Sphinx, which is very reasonable. There's no good blue card in this pack other than like Ice Cage on Summer. Like, we can wheel any of those, I think, and they're not that great. Other options are going green for like Giant Spider Acidic Slime. I think taking the Challenged Outrage here is actually fine. I don't really like blue-red that much, but it's okay. It's not the worst, so yeah, I'll take it. Alright, so now, if we want to go back into white, we have a Pacifism. Red, we got Pyroclasm. And in our colors, we got Mana Leak. Yeah, I think Pyroclasm is good enough cards to stay in red here and probably move out of white at this point. Like, yeah, none of our white cards are actually very good, so. We're gonna Scroll Thief, which is fine. I mean, the red cards are not exactly exciting either, so yeah, I'll just take as many Scroll Thieves as they throw at me. Oh no, another pacifism at this point. I mean, I don't know if we're too committed to red. Like, it looks like red's drying up too, but you know, I'm gonna take it to just see where it goes because like the only cards we can consider for us are like Unsummon and Lava Axe, and yeah, I'll take a pacifism at this point. Oh wow, Vengeful Archon. Well, okay then. So apparently I should have taken the other pacifism over Pyroclasm, but sure. I'm gonna take that. Alright, let's go white. I don't like playing too many counter spells, but it's not like I don't know if I want to take Flash Freeze in this position. Like, there was a Flash Freeze earlier in my table, so yeah, I'm just gonna take this here. I'm gonna hide the red cards. I guess I shouldn't really hide the red cards in case I open a Fireball. This looks like a reasonably defensive style deck with like, you know, late game bombs and early defensive cards. Like Scroll Thief is great because it stops a lot of like the early game ground creatures, and you know, if they don't have anything, then it just is so much value for you. I don't know how good infantry veteran's going to be in this kind of deck. Like, I think ideally we want to be defensive, but like, I don't think we would want to draft this anyways. Because, like, drafting in bears, even though it costs 1, it's just like a defensive bear. Like, I think I'd rather just at least cut the infantry veteran. I might not play it, but, you know, if I'm short playables, I will. I guess he's okay. He forces through scrollties, through, like, awkward situations, too, so. I'm gonna cut this fling. Good 10 creatures. Like, I don't really like filling my deck up with, like, Siege Mastodons. I'd rather have, like, Harbor Serpents. So I'll take a Diminish as a trick. I don't really like Diminish, but it's okay. Like, if I don't like Siege Mastodon that much, I'm not gonna play Armored Cankrix. And I don't like Tireless Missionaries that much either. Or Golden Glow Moths. We've got 18 playables at this point. I mean, save passage is not the greatest. Save passage is not the greatest, but I guess it's fine. Can save us.